So my name is Kalp Shah. I'm currently a master's student at Purdue. I'm pursuing my master's in business analytics and information management at Krannert. I realized that I need to improve my data analysis and business analysis skills, and that's the reason I pursued my degree at Purdue. I've always been fascinated by the world of quants, and that's also an added motivation why I pursued a master's in business analytics and information management. I think the group project, absolutely a big learning curve for me, not just because I learn different skills. I think I definitely learned a lot of different skills which I would have not known myself or would have taken a lot of time to learn it myself, but having that someone else teach me in a group setting is really helpful. Apart from that, I think this is kind of related to the soft skills aspect. Quite often as data analysts or business analysts, you start to prefer working on your own. But when you work in a team setting, because in a professional world you will have to work in a team setting. So if our course can provide that opportunity, I think that's really valuable, and our course fortunately does provide that opportunity. In all of the courses that I've worked so far, every one of them has had group projects. So I think looking back at my first group project to the most recent one, I think I've definitely improved understanding how people work, how to do teamwork, and how to achieve the goal that you're trying to achieve, and use the best skills that everyone has individually. I always try to select projects where there's some real impact for the client that I'm working for, or would have had a real impact had I actually been working for that client. So this problem was specifically important to the client because it's a economic hotel chain, and a lot of them, their booking demand was short term. What that means is a lot of the demand was realized in less than 48 hours. So the problem with that is it's difficult to price a property right to maximize the revenue with that short-term demand. So what our model does is it helps them to better anticipate that demand through our various forecasting models. And then based on the forecasted demand, we price it better to optimize or to maximize for the revenue. So essentially our model helps them to improve their bottom line. As an analyst, we had to decide what's the most relevant or what's the most important data for our project. So the way we went about that is did some exploratory data analysis to understand which data set is the most important. Did a little more deeper dive to understand what specific predictor impacts the booking. Like for example, is location an important predictor of demand? Secondly, asking questions like which location type is seeing the most demand? Is it suburban properties or resort type properties, etc. Which came down to two types of modeling that we did, time series modeling and deep learning modeling. Specifically, we did SARIMA, Profit, LSTM, and RNN. For our specific data set and the sample properties that we tried, LSTM turned out to be the best model for forecasting. And based on that, what we did is essentially then try to price the properties in the best way possible to maximize for revenue. Because of the pace at which the industry is developing and the technology, how fast technologies these days develop, I think any technology can become obsolete very fast. Like it's the same pace at which it comes up and becomes very famous, it can also become obsolete just as fast. So considering that fact, I think the most important thing is to just having that attitude of continuous improvement and upskilling yourself. But as of now, what's important for me and the software that I use the most in data analysis has to be, apart from the usual spreadsheets that you use, I think something which I find valuable the most is R and also Python. Both of them I think have a significant value in their own realms. R has a more business value, I believe. Python is more specifically for data science kind of work, but I think both of them are very valuable for doing business analysis. And one thing which I realize is there's more to data analysis or forecasting or anything like that. There's more to playing with data than just spreadsheets. That's the reason why I came to Purdue, to understand what are the industry, like the top-notch skills in analyzing data to get the most important stuff that you want, so that the business can actually use those insights to generate the maximum impact.